dropping down and your heel is relaxed. It's got to be pressing against the other one so that there's no point of doing this or that. Yeah, hips, knees, right underneath you. Now pulling it in. Pulling it across to this one. Picking up the underneath leg. And back down. Bring the heel with you. Now this time, the most difficult thing, which looks like the easiest, you need to feel both legs working from right at the very, very top. Keep that knee pointing down, squeeze your hips, find your navel. Make sure it's not doing this. You've got to be very careful. You're keeping that in alignment, and then you're unfolding the leg without just hyperextending it. It's actually got to come right from up here and inside your stomach. Now squeeze them together. Squeeze them both into the ground. Bringing it back up. Keep that knee pointing down. Now it's only as your foot's coming higher, it's pushing your knee out to the side. Heavy imprint of both hips down. Mike, that's very different. Pick up the underneath leg by keeping the lengthening. Back down. It's got to come from your stomach. Not from just pulling on these, yeah? It's got to, because the front of your stomach has got to get longer and the leg goes towards the back wall first, lengthens out, then you have turnout. Otherwise you pick it up without turnout, right? So you have to actually lengthen it down through from under your ribs to the front of your stomach. This muscle is going to keep working, lengthen through the front. Point your heel to the floor, your baby toes up, and find that first. And then it comes down the same way it went up. It turns out even more. That's it, Mike. Turn it out, Lena. It's turned in completely. Find your heel. Send your heel. So don't just decide I'm going to pick it up and turn it in. Yeah? It has to lengthen and come up. And even if only, the hard thing is getting off the ground. Getting off the ground in the right position. You have to lengthen it out. Find how you're going to lift it, and then it lifts. And that initial way of lifting is the hard thing. Once you've got it up, it's not a problem. So after it gets to here and you find it there, it will lift very easily. But if you always stop here and lift, you'll never find it that way, okay? So now we're going to keep that hip down. We're going to bring this in. Right, heavy imprint, 2 hips, and your pubic bone, which means that you've now got to really lengthen the underneath foot. Otherwise your pubic bone skips, right? So underneath heel is making an imprint as well. Now against all of that working that way, we're going to turn this leg in. Now, at this point, you've got to squeeze across the front of your hips to feel where straight is. Right? See if you can. Keeping it absolutely straight, just pick up your thigh with the leg turned in. Shouldn't see this really move. I shouldn't see that. Right? Because it's just the knee and it's turning in, which means otherwise I've done something here. I've changed and I've turned this leg in. Bringing it back. Bringing it out. Now heel down. Baby toes, find your baby toes. All right, picking it up. Long. Bringing it around. Finding your baby toes. This is not about height, this is about length from the front. Back in. Knee should be behind your shoulder. I shouldn't see anyone getting a wide ass. Bringing it in. Right, this time we're just going to take it back out to the side and close it in. Actually, let's do a push-up first because we haven't done any of those for that. Heel up. Without this. Pubic bone stays down, it has that imprint. right? It's your toes that are back, not your pubic bone, and your heel is forward. And up. Coming down. Out to second. Getting longer. Now, heavy imprint of your heel. Find it, Vina. Find the underneath one as well. Find your pubic bone. Bring them together. Now, the more you don't compromise from now, those contact points, the more you'll find this to close your legs instead of that. Right?